Hey there, folks. It's me, Michael Bach, your diversity dude, and it's time for another episode of Monday Morning Musings. And I'm afraid this will not be a musing, because I want to talk about something that I recently saw online. It's an article in the Globe and Mail. I'll post a link down in the body here. But the headline is, Toronto restaurant ordered to pay $10,000 after asking Black customers to prepay for their meal. Okay, what? So first off, I see the headline and I go, but secondly, then I realized that, no, this is actually a Chinese restaurant called Hongxing Chinese restaurant here in Toronto. And apparently they asked patrons to prepay for their meal. And they said it was a new policy. And it turned out that was a pile of horse pucky, because it wasn't a new policy for everyone. It was a new policy for the Black patron. You have actually got to be kidding me. You know, I read the article, and I guess the piece for me is the hierarchy of racism that absolutely exists has people from Black, African, and Caribbean descents at the bottom of the barrel. And it breaks my heart to see that. To see that, you know, these two patrons were discriminated against, not by some white people, not by some, you know, hick who whatever stereotype I'm going to make up here, but by people who are also racialized and newcomers to the country. It is such an example of the anti-Black racism. And I'm going to use that term. I've been hesitant to use that term since 2 prides ago, when Black Lives Matters took over the Pride Parade here in Toronto. I've been hesitant to use that phrase, but it is exactly what it is. It is anti-Black racism. It is a whole new flavor of racism against people who have darker skin. And to the restaurant owners, shame on you. To the servers, shame on you. To the Ontario Human Rights Commission, bravo. Thank you for naming this, for penalizing this restaurant appropriately. Because until we start doing that, until we start getting out of our unconscious bias, this unconscious bias that we all have related to, we don't all have, but some people have related to people from Black, African, and Caribbean descent, until we start to acknowledge that and get the heck over it, nothing is going to change. So I'm calling on everybody to examine this. Really ask yourself some questions. We have to start examining this, because it has to end. Anyway, on that chipper note, I hope you have a fabulous week. I've been clearly in such a great mood. Remember to subscribe to my channel. I'm doing it again. Link somewhere here. And I will see you next week, hopefully in a better mood, for another episode of Monday Morning Musings.